The bridge of the human exploration vessel Dawn's Edge fell silent as the massive alien dreadnought materialized before them. Its hull stretched for kilometers, bristling with weapon arrays that could reduce planets to cosmic dust. The ship's design spoke of millennia of conquest, its angular surfaces scarred by countless battles across the galaxy. Captain Jack Morrison studied the readings on his display, then glanced at his crew. Communications Officer Lisa Park had gone pale, while Navigator Tom Wright gripped his console with white knuckles. Only Chief Engineer Bob Kelly seemed unfazed, casually sipping coffee from his thermos. "Incoming transmission," Park announced, her voice barely above a whisper. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a towering figure draped in elaborate ceremonial armor. The alien's face was angular and severe, with 4 eyes arranged in a diamond pattern across its skull. Intricate tattoos covered its visible skin, each mark representing conquered worlds according to the intelligence reports humanity had gathered. "Primitive species," the alien commander began, its voice carrying the weight of absolute authority. "I am High Admiral Vex of the Galactic Dominion. You have entered sacred space belonging to the mightiest empire in the known universe. For 3,000 years, we have ruled over 10,000 star systems. Our fleets have crushed every civilization that dared oppose us." Captain Morrison maintained his composure, though he could feel the tension radiating from his crew. This was humanity's first contact with the legendary Dominion, the empire that had been expanding across the galaxy long before humans had even discovered fire. "We demand your immediate surrender," Vex continued. "Your pathetic vessel will be destroyed, and your species will be cataloged for potential slavery. Consider this mercy. Most races do not receive such generous terms." The bridge remained silent for several heartbeats. Then, unexpectedly, a snort escaped from Engineer Kelly. The sound seemed to break some invisible dam, and within seconds, the entire bridge crew was struggling to contain their laughter. Morrison tried to maintain diplomatic protocol, but even he found his lips twitching. "I'm sorry, High Admiral, but did you just threaten to enslave humanity with a single ship?" Vex's 4 eyes narrowed dangerously. "You dare mock the might of the Dominion? We have conquered civilizations that span multiple star systems. This time..." Kelly didn't even try to suppress his laughter. "Multiple star systems? That's adorable. Tom, how many systems are we up to now?" Navigator Wright wiped tears from his eyes as he checked his database. "Last count was around 50,000, sir, though that was before the new colonies in the Andromeda expansion." The alien commander's face cycled through several shades of what might have been confusion. "Impossible, no species could expand so rapidly. You lie." "Oh, we're not lying," Morrison said, his professional demeanor cracking. "Lisa, show him the territorial maps." Park's fingers danced across her console, and the main display split to show both Vex's imposing figure and a 3-dimensional galactic map. Bright blue dots representing human colonies spread across the galaxy like a glittering web, far outnumbering the red markers that indicated Dominion territory. "See, here's the thing," Morrison continued, leaning back in his captain's chair. "You guys have been conquering for 3,000 years, right? Very impressive, very methodical. We've been at it for about 300 years, and we kind of took a different approach." Kelly stood up, still chuckling. "We didn't conquer anyone. We just asked nicely if we could set up shop, maybe trade some technology, share some recipes. Turns out most folks are pretty reasonable when you're not pointing guns at them." "Trade?" Vex sputtered. "Recipes? This is impossible. Superior civilizations must dominate inferior ones. It is the natural order." "Says who?" Wright asked, genuinely curious. "Did someone write that rule down somewhere?" The High Admiral's armor began to glow with what appeared to be barely contained rage. "The strong rule the weak. We have weapons that can shatter moons." "That's nice," Park said, pulling up another display. "We've got weapons that can rearrange solar systems, but we mostly use them for construction projects. Built a really lovely ring world around Proxima Centauri last year." Morrison stood and approached the screen. "Admiral Vex, I'm going to level with you. Your empire is impressive, really. Very intimidating ships, excellent armor design, top-notch dramatic lighting. But you've spent 3 millennia fighting and conquering when you could have been exploring and building. While you were busy being scary overlords, Kelly added, we were making friends. Turns out, when you treat people decently, they tend to return the favor. Wild concept, I know. The alien commander's 4 eyes darted between the humans, clearly struggling to process what he was hearing. But conquest is strength. Fear is power. Fear is exhausting, Morrison replied. Do you know how much energy it takes to keep 10,000 worlds in line through fear? How many resources you have to waste on internal security and rebellion suppression? Wright nodded enthusiastically. We ran the numbers once. The administrative costs alone would bankrupt most civilizations. This is madness, Vex declared. You speak of friendship and cooperation as if they were viable strategies for galactic dominance. Who said anything about dominance? Park asked. We just wanted to see cool stuff and meet interesting people. The galaxy's a big, amazing place. Why would we want to rule it when we could explore it instead? The High Admiral fell silent, his 4 eyes blinking in sequence. When he spoke again, his voice had lost some of its imperial authority. You truly do not seek conquest? Conquest's boring, Kelly said with a shrug. You take over a planet, you're responsible for it. That's a lot of paperwork. We'd rather just visit, maybe set up an embassy, try the local food. Morrison smiled. Admiral, would you like to see what voluntary cooperation looks like? We've got about 47 different species in our coalition. They're all there because they want to be. This defies everything we know about galactic politics, Vex muttered. Maybe that's the problem, Morrison suggested gently. You've been playing by rules that don't actually exist. The universe doesn't require empires or conquests. It just requires people willing to reach out and say hello. The transmission ended abruptly, leaving the human crew staring at a blank screen. After a moment, Kelly raised his coffee cup in a toast. To the most confused empire in the galaxy, he said with a grin. The crew's laughter echoed through the bridge as they continued their journey into the unknown, leaving behind an empire that would spend the next several months trying to figure out how everything they thought they knew about the universe had just been turned upside down by a species that conquered through friendship and ruled through kindness.